Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. Today we are going to do the reading for Gemini for the month of January from the 1st to the 15th, 2020. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I would like to add that you should not live your life by the tarot. It is you that creates your own destiny. Practice mindful meditation to clear your mind of unwanted negativity and replace it with positive thoughts for a happier life and a positive future. It is you and only you that can fill your own heart's desire and bring positive, healthy changes you deserve. These readings may or may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Or you can also choose to leave it all and create the life you wish to have. All right? So, today I am using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot of Dreams. I'm also using the Voyager Tarot for the energy. I am using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle for the message from the universe. I'm also using the Star Word Oracle by Sacred Geometry Universe. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what the energy is for Gemini, January 1st to the 15th, 2019. And of course, all these cards are pre-shuffled, but I'm going to go ahead and do another quick shuffle with that energy card for Gemini, January 1st to the 15th, 2019. Energy of the reading is the Death card. So, Gemini, it seems that something has come to an end. All right. Now, don't be frightened. It doesn't mean that someone's dying or you're dying. It just means that something's come to an end. And when something comes to an end, there's always a new beginning. So you can either look at it as a positive or a negative, however you want. I'm looking at it as a positive. Okay. Looks like something ended, something that was not good for you. And now you're going to be on the road to something brand spanking new. All right. So let's find out what's going on for Gemini. This is for Gemini from the 1st to the 15th. Faith. Very nice card for the first card out. Gemini from the 1st to the 15th of January 2020. Gemini for the 1st to the 15th of January 2019. Wow, it looks like we got some decent cards so far. Well, we got the 7 of Wands, but we do have the Star card. We have the 8 of Coins. Okay, so you're not working on something anymore. Well, that's maybe why something has come to an end. You don't want to work on it anymore. Well, let's see what else we have here. What do you have for Gemini from the January the 1st to the 15th, 2019? For Gemini, January 1st to the 15th, 2019. For Gemini. For Gemini, January 1st to the 15th. Let's see what we got here. It'll let me pick it up. Oh gosh, these cards. All right. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Sun. We have the 2 of Swords, 5 of Coins, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, Gemini, let's see what is going on here. So it seems that you're having faith in something, okay? You're having faith in something that you might have had, some issues with, okay? But you are definitely trying to have hope in this situation, okay? It does seem that you're not working on something anymore, and what that is, that something is well, you've given up on something, and you're no longer, you've given up on something, but, okay, but there's something also that seems to be bothering you a lot. All right. It's keeping you up at night. You're worried about it. Okay. You're really worried about it. You can't sleep. And it has to do with faith and the sun. Faith in whatever, faith and hope about something that you might, or someone that you're hoping will maybe return to you. Somebody who you think who is the sun, or a situation, right? You're trying to make a decision here because you have been put out in the cold and you're just waiting for those ships to come in. So it could involve a Leo that you may have had some conflicts with, but you're hoping things are going to work out, right? But you're no longer working on something. You're not working on whatever you were working on before, because whatever it was you were working on before is kind of haunting you, and it has to do with the disagreements that you've had with this Leo. You do see possibly this person as your sun, okay? Sun is also the card of Leo. You're trying to make a decision because this person possibly has put you out in the cold, but you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're trying to keep the faith in this situation, right? You're trying to keep the faith on whatever has happened, and it's keeping you up at night because whatever has happened in the past that you tried to work on with this person, it's keeping you up. You're worried about it. Okay, something has happened here, okay? And you're waiting for something to come in, or you're waiting for something to happen so you can get out of this energy, right? You're hopeful for something, but because of this energy of being up at night, worried about this so much, how you're going to do this, you're trying to make a decision on whether or not you should move forward with this because this person or this situation has put you out in the cold in the past. Perhaps this person has given up or stopped working on a situation and you're hoping that they're going to change their mind. You're trying to decide on whether or not you should step forward and speak to this person. You're hoping that this situation is going to turn out for the better because you do see this person as your sunshine. You're just waiting to hear from them possibly, or waiting for those ships to come in, waiting for a word, or waiting to set yourself free from whatever it is that you're bound to at this moment. You're not sure if this person's going to put you out in the cold, so you're trying to make a choice here. And, it could involve a child, but in this card, which is really odd, I'm not even sure if that's a child there. If you look closely at the card, it just looks like a shining light in a rag. It doesn't really show like a little baby face or anything. So possibly there's a situation that you're waiting for, possibly waiting on results. Results maybe on whether or not somebody is pregnant by you and you're wondering if that child is yours possibly. And it's been keeping you up at night because you can't move forward because possibly the child's not been born yet, or the idea hasn't been born yet. We can put it that way too if it's a work situation. Okay, you're wondering if this job's going to come through, if you're going to be put out in the cold, if you're going to be, moving forward with it, or if you're going to be let go. It could be so many situations here. It could be family, okay, family members. Wondering if, family members telling you the truth and whether or not you're going to find out that truth. It could be so many situations here. But nonetheless, the center of all of this, all of these problems and issues that you're going through is that you're not able to sleep at night because there's something bothering you. It's just ticking away at your brain and you just don't know how to move forward until something comes, to light. You're not going to figure it out until those ships come in, until you can figure out what's going on here so you can move forward. But until then, you're pretty much stressed out trying to figure out what's going to happen. Okay. So during the January 1st to the 15th, 2020, this might be a time of waiting, having faith, hoping, praying that, it all works out for your benefit. Okay, whatever it is you're going through. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on here. Let's see what the Dreams Gaia has to say. This is for January 1st to the 15th, 2019. We have the Queen of Earth. We have the Ace of Water. We have the Thought card. And then we have, once again, we have the Faith. Oh my gosh, so you're praying over something. You're hoping that you're having faith that something is going to work out in your situation. This is what I'm gathering here so far. And you're just hoping and praying that this is all going to work out. And, you know, let's see what other cards we get here, okay? This is for Gemini from the 1st to the 15th of January, 2019. This is for Gemini, January 1st to the 15th, 2019. There's one. Queen of Air. Could be dealing with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or that could be you. Could also be dealing with an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What else do we have for Gemini from the 1st to the 15th, 2019? You can have both of those signs in your chart also. That's another thing. Okay. Alright, so we have the Eight of Air. We have the King of Water. Could have water in your chart. You could be dealing with somebody with water in their chart. And we have the Maiden. See if we can get one more card so we can figure out what the heck is going on over here, okay? I mean, it doesn't look too bad so far, so let's see. Let's not focus on the death card. Let's not focus on the negativity. Let's try to keep it all positive, you know, best we can. It's only for 15 days. We have the whole year and our whole lives ahead of us. Okay? Perception. Interesting. I've never got that card, but we are going to find out what it is, aren't we? All right, Gemini, let's see what's happening. So you're dealing with the Queen of Earth. And of course, we know the Queen of Earth is a very stable woman, a rooted woman, a grounded woman, a balanced woman, right? This could be you holding that energy, or it could be somebody in your environment, because you can have an earth sign in your birth chart, right? We also have the Ace of Water. You're wanting to start new emotional beginnings somewhere, all right? You could also have the Chinese zodiac sign of the dragon, and you know, so I think the dragon is the 2 years that I can think of offhand are 1976 and 2000. Those are 2 of the years of the dragon, okay? We also have thought. Perhaps you're giving thought to a lot of things, but you know what? This card has always been something to me. I always looked at this card as somebody, you know, we also have 2 masks here, all right? It seems that the 2 masks can represent water and fire, happy or sad. So it could signify balance, right? We also see a woman here, and she's looking into this kind of, this kettle or this pot. Maybe you might be trying to do some magic or do some spells or spell work to try and, you know, make whatever it is that you want to happen in your life to happen. Or somebody could be doing this to you in hopes that things are going to work out in their benefit. And there is a possibility, okay, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying there's a possibility that somebody could be trying to trap you in a situation by doing some sort of spell work. Perhaps doing some little magic or whatever, and you know, doing something with your food or something. I don't know why that came to mind, but make sure you watch people who are cooking for you, just to be sure. All right. I'm going to go ahead to the Dreams of Gaia, and I'm going to look up that thought. What number was that? That is 10, 15, 18. Okay, let's see what 18 is. All right. The normal Rider Waite deck. The 18 is the moon card, okay? And you know what the moon card means, right? It means secrets. Secrets. Somebody's hiding something from you. So hopefully, if that is the case, you know, secrets always come out. Thought, reality, power, attention, focus, attraction, positivity, negativity, universal law. The thought creates reality, but realistic instead of optimistic or pessimistic. Thought is the foundation of consciousness. Good and bad go hand in hand. Don't rush your thinking, be certain. Change your mind, change your life. Thought is energy. Do not overthink or speculate. Be mindful of the universal laws. Question the critical mind, speak, and our conscious and unconscious mind in accord. So yeah, you might be overthinking things, okay? And you know, like I always say, I say this all the time, and I'm sure a lot of you out there don't like it when I say it, but you know, whatever happens in these cards, whatever tarot card reader you read or you hear from, if the cards come out all negative and crazy and just like, oh my God, traumatic events happening, listen, that it doesn't have to resonate with you. These readers are reading for a lot of people. They're getting a lot of energy, right? If you run with whatever they're saying, what you're actually doing is manifesting what they're saying into your own life. So whatever thoughts you're having, negative thoughts, you're actually manifesting them into your own life. You need to stop that. It's not good for you. Because what you think of and what you picture in your mind is what you're manifesting, right? So you got to try to think positive, because all that negativity is doing nothing for you. Okay, it's not doing anything for you. So Gemini, if you're in your head a lot, try to see what you can do to get out of that constant chatter in your mind. You know, do some meditations, listen to some classical music for a change. Maybe you're not used to it and you're listening to all this hip hop rap, you know, booty call songs, whatever, you know, I'm a G money, whatever. Maybe it's time to switch it up a little bit. Listen to some classical, relax your mind, okay? Because, you know, watching TV and a lot of these radio songs, they actually manifest bad things into your life if you think about it. All these people memorizing words to these songs, what they're actually doing is they're memorizing these into their subconscious. And they're picturing these things. And what it's doing is it's actually bringing manifestation to a lot of these bad things that these songs are saying, if you're someone who likes to listen to music. Be mindful of what you listen to, okay? Be mindful about what you hear and you see around you. Anything negative, try to switch it up, try to switch it to positive. Instead of being pessimistic, be optimistic, right? Let's move on. All right, well, we have faith here, right? So have faith in whatever situation you're in or that you're thinking of. Stop thinking the worst. All right, I used to do that all the time. That way, if something does come in front of me, then I'm not going to be so surprised. But you know what? It's not a good idea to do that, because what are we doing? We're manifesting that negativity. So try to keep the faith. Try to keep things positive. Okay, I just saw the number 1919. That might mean something to you. Look it up, Google it, and see what it means to you. We also have the Queen of Air, and the Queen of Air is a very, you know, intelligent woman. That could be you, Gemini, or it could be somebody in your environment. Nonetheless, the Queen of Air is always willing to listen. The Queen of Air is a wife, a mother, a spouse. Doesn't have to be any of those things. Can just be a normal chick, maybe a divorcee, whatever, you know. Could be a male even. holding the female energy. But nonetheless, you are willing to hear things out, but you're definitely going to cut out whatever it is that doesn't seem to resonate on the direction or the level that you are resonating at, right? We also have here, that's the 8 of air, and the 8 of swords is usually somebody feeling stuck, and perhaps stuck in a feeling, okay? It looks like something that has hurt you in the past, or is hurting you at the moment, okay? And we also have the King of Water. Could also be you holding that energy, or could be somebody in your environment. Could have both those things in your chart. Could have all 3 of these signs in your chart. But it could also all be separate people. But the King of Water is very emotional, okay? He's a father, he's a husband, spouse, whatever, boyfriend. And, it could be one of any of those, right? But, it's also a person that doesn't really show their emotions too well or too easily. So you never really know if they're happy or sad, or maybe they're just like kind of that person that's got that monotone look and voice, right? We also have the Maiden, all right? You might be thinking of someone special in your life. Who is the Maiden? The Maiden is like the High Priestess. The Maiden, she knows about things. She's, she's a free spirit. She's intuitive. She's one with nature. And we also have perception. It seems that your perception might be a little skewed, right? Your perception of the world might be a little skewed, because maybe that's how you were raised to think that things were, whatever it is you're thinking about nowadays. And now you're starting to possibly think like, wait a minute, these things that I've been taught, or these things that I have always known my life, they're not right. I don't feel like they are. And some things are even contradicting themselves. So maybe it's time that you go within. Maybe you're starting to think like, you know what? I need to discover some things about what I've been thinking about in the past. I need to do a little research. And you know what? Research is, you can't go wrong, right? It seems that, well, let me see here. What was this again? This is the Queen of Earth. So the Queen of Pentacles, right? Stable woman, grounded, rooted, balanced. So you may have had in the past some ideas about stability with somebody. Could be with this Queen of Earth. Had the faith in a situation, and you could have been the King of Water in the situation, right? Very emotional over this. Trying to keep the faith in this situation, trying to keep things happy and, hopeful. You maybe have started a new emotional beginning somewhere with this person, and you're holding this Queen of Air energy, Gemini, trying to be really logical about everything, but still trying to be caring and nurturing at the same time. But within this situation, there's somebody involved. That's where the Maiden is. The Maiden comes in. You're starting to give a little bit of thought about this Maiden. Who is this Maiden? This person who seems to be the free spirit, who's intuitive. Are you trying to start something new with this person? Possibly. What was this one again? Thought. So yeah, whatever's going on with you, you got to find balance with whatever's going on, because you're just not sure about something, because there has definitely been some sort of deception in the past. Something that's kept you stuck in your mind about what you should do and which way you should go. Your perception has been skewed, right? And you're just now realizing that. You could also have a Queen of Pentacles in your life, Gemini, who has maybe been the one who has skewed your perception. This person could have been the one who has misled you this whole time, gotten you to think a certain way about something, but maybe you found out that it's not true. Maybe you have found that there have been some secrets or some lies that were held from you, right? Maybe there's some secrets involving a water sign, you know? There was some secrets going on. It involved the water sign, and they've finally been coming to light. And now, this faith you had towards somebody has been broken. And now you're starting to look at this person who's this free spirit, who's this maiden. You might even be starting to have emotions for this person, or if it's somebody of your past, you may have had emotions, and you may have not really recognized those emotions, but maybe you do now. But you're kind of trapped right now in a situation, and you're not sure how to deal with it. You might want to move towards this maiden, but your perception of this person is skewed because you're not too sure actually what's going on with this person, because you haven't possibly spoken to them in a long time. All right. Wow, one of the candles went out. I didn't even notice it. Okay. It could really mean it is the end of a situation that you're going through right now. So things are coming to light. You're starting to have a clearer perception about what's going on. All right, and you know that's good. Something's coming to an end. You're realizing something for yourself, which is good because that's how you want to do it. You want to make sure that whatever is coming to an end, you want to make sure that you perceive everything in the proper way. Not because someone's told you or what you heard of, but because of your own research that you've done for yourself, and now you're seeing the truth. You stopped relying on other people for information, okay? Because by the time we get here, you're not stuck anymore. You know? You're not stuck anymore. We went through this whole cycle right here, and then we end up at perception. And now you're going to be able to figure things out. Okay? You've been wearing a mask before, but I have a feeling that mask is soon to come off. And that's for the 1st to the 15th of January. We have the whole year, and we have our whole lives to figure all this stuff out. So, just take your time, go within, and find out what's going on. You know, because you're going to find the truth. The truth always, always comes out. Let's go ahead and see what the stars show for you in this situation. Okay. Let's see. We have tense, horrible, whoa. We have achieve. I'm going to put all the negative words on the left and the positive words on the right. Okay, we got suspicious. We have angry. Whoa, I must be going through a lot right now, Gemini, and I'm sorry, but, you know, just know things are going to be okay. Growing and prepared. Okay, or prepared and growing. Okay, how about that? So what I can see here in your situation in regards to these words, as it's been a really tense situation for you. It's been a really tense past few months. Maybe 2019 was a really tense year for you, going through all kinds of ups and downs, horrible situations, right? Situations that cause you to be suspicious about everything around you. And you may have kind of ended the year in an angry sort of way because you found out the truth about stuff, right? Things have finally come to light and your perception of the world has definitely changed, right? Definitely. So you're trying to achieve happiness. You're trying to achieve, being that good person that you're supposed to be, right? You're trying to prepare yourself for wonderful days ahead because you're definitely, definitely growing. And that's fantastic, right? You're preparing yourself for a good 2020. Right? Even though it's the first half and things are tough, success is not going to be had without some sort of defeat or failure. We learn from that stuff. So whatever, crappiness or anger or tenseness, suspiciousness that you've been through, appreciate that shit because you know what? You learned from it. And if you never learned from it, you know what would have happened? You go into more cycles again, again, and again, because that's the universe's way of teaching you until you finally get it. So it took the whole year. Shoot, sometimes things take years for people to finally get. But you got it now. And now it's your turn to move forward and grow. Because you are capable of doing that, and that's awesome. Just take it as a lesson. You've been dragged through the mud. We've all have been there before. But we all learn from it. Hopefully we all learn from it. And we move away from that kind of life of the past. Cycles of stress, anxiety, tension, sadness, right? And then we move on to something more happier and more great, more fun, more lively, more, enlightening for ourselves, right? Let's see what the universe has to say for the first half of January, 1st to the 15th, 2020, for Gemini. What do you got to say for Gemini in this situation? God, angels, universe, ancestors. What do you got to say for Gemini? What does Gemini got going on for the first half of January 2020? Whoa, we got 4 cards. You know what? I'll go ahead and take them for you, Gemini. Okay, I've been doing kind of 3 cards, but we'll take the 4. Gossip. Right? That was second. Despondence. Recovery. Rejection. Well, let's see what all these means. Because I know rejection sounds bad, but I think I remember reading that before, and it's actually not a very bad card. So, where's the book at? Okay. Before I open the book, let me see what I get intuitively from this. It seems that there might have been a little bit of gossip in the past year. Gossip about all kinds of crap. Somebody just running their mouth left and right, trying to get in your business, talk about business, put people down, make your perception of others, a certain way, scaring you, tripping you out, putting you in your head, right? That's a possibility. Despondence, okay? Your world may have definitely been skewed, your perception of the world, right? And possibly, situations have happened where you've been deceived and you thought things were going in the right way. You thought things were okay, but they were just sneaky. It was sneakiness possibly going on. And whatever has happened to you, you're definitely trying to recover from it. Okay? You may be rejecting other people's ideas now. That's where the rejection may come in. Not you being rejected, but you rejecting other people's ideas or whatever they have to say, their opinions, rejecting opinions, right? Let's find out what the book says. All right, so we got gossip. I never met a person I didn't like, right? So maybe you met all kinds of people and they all seemed all right to you. And, you know, I never met a person I didn't like. So you might like everybody you meet in a certain way. But, you know, you can't always be that way. I mean, you can appreciate them. It doesn't mean that you have to like them and hang out with them all the time, trust every word they say and do whatever they do, you know, and, you know, you can't trust everybody, you know, and you can't help everybody and you can't save everybody. The only thing you can do is work on yourself. So if somebody starts coming to you with some kind of gossip, or if you're starting gossip, it's not a good idea. All that gossipiness is a sign of insecurity. Gossip is, you know, people who gossip are insecure about themselves. And when they meet someone that is doing better than them, they tend to gossip and say bad things because they want to bring that person down and they want everybody around to think that that person's bad. But if that person's just like doesn't even care what the gossip is, others are going to take note to that and they're going to be like, well, why is Judy always talking about, Brenda gossiping? And, Brenda doesn't really say anything. She's kind of a quiet person on the side there. People are going to see that. And they're going to say, Judy, why are you saying all that stuff? I don't see that stuff. And then Judy's going to start looking stupid, right? Because she's been gossiping. And Brenda seems like the nicest person ever. And, they're just not seeing all these terrible things that Judy is saying, right? Despondence. Let's find out what that one is. Despondence. So many cards, you guys. But, I don't want to just pull things out of my butt. I just want to be able to, I'll do it intuitively, but then I do definitely want to go in the book because I want to make sure that, okay, by taking action, I found the road out. So possibly you took action in not wanting to listen to this gossip anymore. You possibly have discovered that you're tired yourself of hearing about gossip, being part of gossip, taking part in gossip with other people. I think you've decided that, you know what, that's just a big old waste of my time. And you finally just threw up your hands and you're like, you know what, whatever. And you're walking away from that. Right? Recovery. So now it's time for you to recover from all this crap that you've been dealing with this whole time. How are you going to absolutely recover? Pain from our past unlocks the door of understanding. So, yeah, you learned from all of this stuff. So, I mean, that's good because at least we know that hopefully you're not going to go into these cycles again, these cycles of suckiness, right? Because you have started to understand things. You see where gossip doesn't lead to anywhere, and it's a big waste of your time, number one, right? And now you're starting to recover from all of this gossip, all of this crap, and even starting to discover that some of that gossip is not real, because even if you didn't take part in it, or if you did, whatever you didn't take part in and you got wind of some gossip and you thought, oh man, and you start to believe them, now I think what's happening is you're starting to see that the gossip were lies. And you're starting to recover from all those lies that you've heard, all those things that were said to you that kept you in your head most of the time, worrying and thinking and wondering. And now you are starting to recover from whatever it is that you were put in the middle of. Hey, better late than never, right? Better late than never. And the rejection card, remember I told you, I don't think it's a very bad card. I don't think it involves you. I think it involves others. Let me see. They won't use me. Yeah. So you are just going to start rejecting people because you've realized that a lot of these people in your life have been using you. And you're like, you know what, they're not going to use me anymore. You're done with that crap. Now you see that all the crap that's been going on in these past who knows how long years was because people were straight up using you. And you might have even used others, thinking that you're not going to let them get one up on you. But you know what? In the long run, it seemed like whatever you were doing, it got turned back on you, and people pretty much used you. And now you're starting to reject all these people that used you because you realize their game now. You know what they're doing. And that's good for you, Gemini. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Tired of people using me, right? That's how I would be taking it. I'm not a Gemini, and I have every sign in my chart. I'm not sure exactly where Gemini is in my chart, but if this was specifically for me, that's how I'd be thinking. Like, F those people. They're not using me no more. I don't need them. I can move forward and I can find my happiness myself. Because my perception of life has changed. My perception of all these people around me has changed. I see what they're doing. I see their game now, and it's not going to work any longer. Very good, Gemini. Very, very good. I'm totally proud of you. If this is resonating with you and this is your situation, you know, right on. So if you are true to yourself and wish well to others, good or bad, the universe takes note to this and you will be rewarded one way or another. So this was the reading for Gemini for January 1st to the 15th, 2020. My name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye.